finally back. It's a little bit my fault that this is coming out a week later, but I'm gonna choose to blame Delta, the travel agency, because I was stuck in Aruba for 5 extra days, so we couldn't record last week. So apologies for that one, but we are finally back. Duckboat Dispatch, episode number 33, Larry Bird's number, and not only are we back, Sarah, Josh unfortunately not with us today, but the New England Patriots are back in the playoffs officially, hosting a playoff game for the first time since 2019, Tom Brady's very last game as a New England Patriot. And again, of course, fun fact, sports is like poetry, it all rhymes. Mike Vrabel is the head coach of the Tennessee Titans, and now he's coaching the New England Patriots 6 years later after that last home playoff game. And it's all up from here, Sarah. Pats are in the playoffs. I know you're going to talk about it when you set the tone. Celtics choked away a big one last night against the Nuggets, and the Bees are struggling. Morgan Geeky's finally cooled off from his insane hot streak to start the first 4 or 5 months of the season. It was great to have, but he's cooled off. But frustratingly enough, almost as annoying as being trapped in Aruba, Sarah, the Red Sox have still not signed a free agent and free agency. They're the only MLB team still to not sign a free agent. They haven't spent a dime in the offseason yet, which is just so annoying. But again,
weird.
I'm happy because I'm home. I'm happy. I'm home. We're back. Pats are in the playoffs. Pats v Chargers. It's going to be a great matchup. Primetime Sunday night. Sarah, set the tone. Bring all the positivity just crashing down.
Bring all the positivity crashing down. Okay.
Well, usually the tone setter is you yelling.
I'm not angry right now. I am very excited. Also very nervous. First playoff game this weekend against the Chargers. I can see both ways. I'm not going to say like, oh, the Patriots have this in the bag or, oh, the Chargers have this in the bag. Because again, this is playoffs. We're playing the best of the best right now. And it could go either way. I do kind of wish we were on the road.
Because they're undefeated on the road.
Undefeated on the road. And weirdly, that would have given me a little more of it like a safety net. But you know what? I have faith in my team. And you know what? If we lose, we lose. I'm just going to be happy that we had a playoff game.
Yeah. So, absolutely. If you had said 33 weeks ago when we started doing the pod, Patriots, it was like middle of July, Patriots are hosting a playoff game in January. Like, are you okay with that? Every Patriots fan says yes.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that. I didn't say that. I was like, no, I very much said we're making it to the playoffs.
Yeah. But if you were to go, like, yeah, obviously, like, preseason expectations for this team were nowhere. I mean, you had the highest win total, and I think even you were shocked they're hosting a playoff. They're the 2 seed in the AFC.
Yeah. A lot of crazy things happened this year. It was a weird year. Fucking Danny Dimes was going undefeated with the Colts for a little bit. Like, whoever thought that Daniel Jones, the quarterback of the New York Giants, was going to have a season like that? We didn't.
I mean, Phillip Rivers played football this year.
Literally. Like,
Phillip Rivers played football.
Came out of retirement and played football. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs didn't even make playoffs this year.
Nope. Chiefs fell.
The only thing that stayed the same was the Eagles won the NFC East. That's who they are, right? The NFC East or NFC West?
Yeah, the East. I don't think they're the only division repeat winner. They could be.
But, like, they're, like, the big name.
Yeah. Like, okay, you knew this team was going to be good at the start of the season.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah. Like, no one saw the Bears coming.
No, Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson is a great duo.
No one saw Trevor Lawrence winning the AFC South.
No. I would have been right there.
I did.
No.
I did, but nobody did.
Hey, 9 weeks ago, it looked very unlikely, and then they rip off an 8-game win streak.
Hey, you know what? I told you. I'm just going to say, I told you.
All right, fair. I'm still a Trevor Lawrence disbeliever, the same way somebody was laughing on the social medias that I am a Bo Nix hater. I'm not a hater, I'm a disbeliever. And I like to use the word hater sparingly for the players I dislike the most. Like JJ McCarthy, I am a hater. I'm a hater. Paul George in the NBA, I'm a hater. But I'm a disbeliever of Bo Nix and Trevor Lawrence.
There's another player that you didn't. You like have like your, I wouldn't say hater, but you have your little like tiffs with a few Patriots players.
Jacoby Myers is the one that comes to mind. Who actually sneaky is like unlocking Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville is just the way things go. Of course, Jacoby Myers comebacks to bite me in the ass some way, shape, or form.
I mean, Thornton on the Chiefs. He like was a key player for them this
The
year too.
fact that the first 5 weeks of the season, Juju Smith-Schuster and Tyquan Thornton were like serviceable wide receivers, irritated me to no end. But no, speak,
Both on the Patriots at some point in time.
and they sucked.
Yeah,
They
did
sucked.
absolutely nothing.
No, you got TikTok boy and you got practice demon, Tyquan Thornton.
Literally.
Anyways, Pats Chargers, super excited. Nobody would have thought we'd be here. So this is already, I'm glad you brought that up in the tone setter, Sarah, because this is already a win for the season. Going into the season, I was very happy with them just being on the playoff, like in the hunt bracket, let alone now that they're actually hosting a playoff game. So this is already a win in my book. But the expectations can reset at some point in time throughout the season, and they have with this team. The expectation is to win a few games in the playoffs this year, without a doubt.
We just got to win three. Just gotta
Three
win.
and you're in this. Three and you're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's why I said you got to win 3 playoff
Yeah,
games.
3 in the Super Bowl, and anything can happen.
I swear, I don't know what I would do. I would cry. I'm gonna cry either way. Like either way. And then I told my boyfriend, I was like, this is the real like test of like if you want to be with me. Like if you know
Get
me
a 30-day free trial.
literally after like being together for 2.5 years, yeah. Here's your free trial. He thinks I'm crazy during the regular season.
Little try before you buy for Xander coming up here.
Yeah, he had 2 football seasons where
That
he
sounds horrible. Think way higher of Xander than that. I'm sorry.
No, I know it. I like read him aloud our group chat almost every night before we go to bed, and he just laughs his ass off the entire time. And he's like, "What do you 3 talk about?" And we're like, "A little bit of sports,"
Most of
and
this
it's all
shitting
kind
on
of
me.
dig on each other.
I'd take 85% of the blame and like the digs in that group chat.
It's
okay.
mostly Josh digging at you, and then I just
Yeah.
join in because it's fun.
Just throwing little pop shots to keep it going when it's about to die down. But back to Pats Chargers. The expectations have reset. The playoffs, every team 0-0 now heading into the playoffs. It's a clean slate. Expectations going into this game coming up. The one thing that I am upset about, I'm glad it's the Chargers. This is the team I wanted the most. They scare me the least, and I've been on record against Josh in this. Come playoffs, I want the easiest schedule possible. Regular season is where you sharpen iron. Playoffs is when I want to play freaking. What did I say I want to play? I want to play like UMass Amherst college football team and like Boston College and Curry College to get to the Super Bowl. I don't care who we play.
Curry College has a good player this year.
They have a running back, Monty Quinn, who is very good. Shout out Monty.
I think he was just named All-American.
He could have been. I mean, I haven't been.
I saw that somewhere.
I think it's the second year in a row. I think he was an All-American last year.
Okay.
He's racking up awards like it's freaking nobody's business.
Oh my
Nobody's
goodness.
business. So shut up, Monty. But the one thing that's upsetting me about this is, come January, outside, I'm expecting a cold weather and ugly game. It looks like the weather's not going to be too bad in Foxborough. It's going to be 39 degrees with a 95% chance of rain and snow on Sunday. I was kind of hoping that Mother Nature would screw off weather app. Mother Nature would just kind of open up and it would just be a disgusting weather game because Chargers, warm weather team, they play in a dome out west. You kind of hope for that home field advantage. So that's why I was excited for the home playoff game because it's going to be cold, it's going to be gritty. That's where,
I'm seeing rain.
Rain. It's like wintry mix is what it looks like on Sunday. So
On the
8
island,
o'clock.
41 with rain. We don't really
so
get snow down here.
No, 8 o'clock. We'll have to see what happens on Sunday. So you want to keep an eye out on that come Sunday. It is an 8 o'clock game. It looks like at night it's going to be completely clear. It's supposed to stop snowing. It looks like around 5 o'clock. So maybe they just decide to not shovel the football field off. Although I think that is highly against the rules.
You know what? I would love a snow game. A little repeat of Teddy Bruschi era snow game. That'd be nice.
That is just like the craziest name to pull out of your ass for like
Teddy
a snow
Bruschi?
game. Yeah. You think of snowball, you think of 2 guys, 3 guys. You think of Tom Brady in the snowball with the tuck roll. You think of Vinny with the kick, and you think of my guy Jermaine Wiggins with the 10 catches in the snowball.
No, I think of Teddy Bruschi.
I think I actually have a picture of Wiggy somewhere. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Wiggy, right here in the snowball. Free autograph from Wiggy, Jermaine Wiggins, number 10. Shout out to him. Nicest coworker ever. But back to Pats Chargers. I've given my 2 cents a little bit on, the social medias, the TikTok and the Instagram, where you can find us at the Duckboat Dispatch. What I think the key to this matchup is, Sarah. What worries you going into this game about the Los Angeles Chargers?
To be honest, everything.
Just nervous in general.
I'm just terrified.
Are you nervous that they're going to put 11 guys on the field on both sides that play football?
Yes.
What? All right, pinpoint the one thing. Like, does Herbert scare you?
I'm just hoping that his hand flares up and he goes on the bench.
And you get freaking Trey Lance out there again?
I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm like, I don't know anything about the Chargers. Like, that's what's scaring me.
All right, so let
Like,
me
I
give you a little.
have not followed them. I like, honestly, like, I didn't have any players on my fantasy team on the Chargers. So that's been like a totally irrelevant team to me. Same, like, even the Seahawks, like, I didn't have anyone from the Seahawks, and I heard JSN's name everywhere. So, like, I
Mhm.
knew he was a weapon for them. I've always known that their defense is a pretty strong defense. But, like, I know nothing about the Chargers.
All right, so I'll give you a little. I'll give you a little because I obviously right after the game because this is who I am, and I was also again I was trapped in Aruba. I had nothing to do. We were stuck. It was at night, and we had lost like all resort privileges whatsoever. So we pretty much just had the hotel room. Ding. I immediately go do all my stats, and my immediately the first thing I go to is you have to contain Justin Herbert because while he's not in that top tier of quarterbacks, as much as I am a fan of Herbert, he's not in that top tier. He's a tier 2 quarterback. He has the ability to take over a football game and go nuclear and win you a game, and he is a mobile quarterback. He's a big
Yeah.
son bitch. Okay,
I
he's got a
have,
frame similar to Josh Allen.
but people have said that Drake May is a young Josh Allen. I like to think
Yeah,
he's a young Tom Brady, but
well, he's more mobile than Tom Brady ever was.
he's a Tom Brady that can actually use his legs. He's a
Yeah,
Tom Brady that can run.
I mean
Um,
Brady had cement shoes.
oh, I'm well aware. I've seen his combine videos.
I think I could, sneaky because I'm me. I think I could beat his combine 40. Like I sneaky feel like I could.
Honestly, next time I'm in Boston, we're putting that to the test.
Like I feel like I could get pretty
We
close to
can we can drive
his
to
40.
Marshall, go to the freaking high school there, and you can run your 40-yard dash.
Like and I'm not a good sprinter. I'm not a good runner. I'm out of
That's
shape,
fair. I
but I
used to.
feel like I could beat his 40.
What was his 40?
It was like a 4 something, 5 something, something like that. I feel like sneaky because I'm me, but this is just me being like I could do that watching it on
That's your
TV.
ego. That's your ego.
It's just yeah, it literally is my ego. Like I could do that. Like when a receiver drops a wide open ball, I'm like I could have caught that. Like that's me
I
being me.
Well, I'm so mean. Like, I love Trevor so deeply. Like, I'll be a fan for his like the rest of my life. But when I watch him play football, I am so mean to him. I am so mean. And
Sarah could
honestly,
have made that throw.
that's literally what I say. I'm like, I could have fucking threw that better than you.
Yeah, there's like, especially when I watch JJ McCarthy, I'm like, oh my god,
You just
I could hand the ball off, but I really don't like him.
you just hate him for some
It's
reason.
just the stupid video where he's like, yeah, yeah, like it just drives me up a freaking wall. I'm so glad he sucks.
Do you hate him or do you hate Nine?
Might be more that I don't like Nine.
I think
Um,
Nine.
maybe I just don't like the Viking. I don't dislike Vikings fans. Maybe it's just the people that thought. You know what I think it is? It's because going into the season, people were trying to say JJ McCarthy was better than Drake May, and I think because of that, I grew to dislike JJ McCarthy, and now I have to like I'm excited about it. Like his downfall excites me is the thing that
Just
pause.
like the Chiefs' downfall excites me.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think I hate JJ McCarthy the way you hate Patrick Mahomes.
I hate that man.
But let's get back to the Chargers. Same division. Let's get back to the
Yeah.
Chargers. Let's try
Sorry.
to lock in on this. No, you're good. I love the banter. People
Yeah.
love the banter.
I like to.
Um,
I'm like a crazy river. I go in every direction, I feel.
there's no thoughts up there. It just all
No.
comes out.
It's football.
But
It's work.
anyways, back to the Chargers. So Herbert is he is a dangerous quarterback. You bring up his hand injury. It's on his non-throwing hand, and it hasn't seemed to be a problem for him in the last 3 weeks. Obviously, they rested starters last week against Denver, so they kind of forced their way to play the Patriots. When it comes to the receivers, this is a position group I'm not afraid of. Lad McConkey, Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen. Not a single one of them.
I have a Chargers player on my team. I had Quentin Johnson.
Quentin Johnson had a really good start to the season. He has figured out how to catch the football, but I'm not afraid of him. Not a single one of them went over 800 yards this season receiving, so I'm not too scared of them whatsoever.
Damn.
What does scare me, though, that you bring it up, Sarah, sorry to cut you off,
No, you're good.
is the defense. The defense does scare me. They force a lot of turnovers. They're top 10 in the NFL in forcing turnovers. Stevenson has to hold on to the football.
I was just gonna say, just bench Stevenson. Just
And he had
Just
Great game against the Poverty Dolphins. Three total
fair.
touchdowns. Great
I
game.
don't care.
He's got to hold on to the football.
Bench him. Can we like put double-sided tape on his forearms or
Just
something?
stick him. Just load us.
Just
Have you
stick
ever
him.
seen like old pictures of like 70s players that got like stick them all over their body, just like glue? It's just you'll have to look it up. I'll send a picture in the group chat after the pod. Remind me.
Is that like illegal? Can you do that?
It's so illegal. It's so illegal if you just like glued his body together. Or like double-sided tape, like you said.
Or maybe we can just like give him a bunch of jelly donuts before he eats, and his hands are just naturally sticky from the jelly.
Maybe. I don't know. That might be a way to go about it, but he'll have to hold on to the football.
He could just be like, "Oh, I got hungry, so I had a snack."
And he had 15 jelly. Didn't even eat, he just stuck his hands in jars of jelly.
Yeah, and he just kind of crushed them.
Or like a strength and conditioning coach just took the jelly from the donuts and just like squeezed it out onto his hands, and he like went like this with it,
Your arms, buddy. So
all
when
the
you,
way up your arms.
but that's the other thing. I literally saw him run last week, and he's just holding the ball like this.
He needs to hold the ball like this, like at
He's-
all times. I don't want him to use his arms while he runs this Sunday. I want him to just
Like
cradle
and
the
he
thing like a
goes
baby.
like this. Like you're out here, boom! I can punch that right out, dude.
All right, well, that's the first thing. The other thing is May needs to be careful with the ball. Obviously, that's not rocket
Yeah.
science, but let's not put any dangerous balls into play. Let's play
Yeah.
smart,
He's
conservative football. Yeah, so they first force turnovers and they hold teams to under 21 points per game. That's seventh in the NFL. So the defense is a force to be reckoned with. They're sixth in passing yards allowed and ninth in rushing yards allowed. So again, they're a good defense. They're a defensively sound football team. Jim Harbaugh is a great defensive coach. You have to be worried about that.
was John. Sorry.
Huh?
I got into a heavy debate with some random guy at the bar last night about football, naturally.
Yep.
And we were talking about the Ravens and how Harbaugh got fired. And I was like, is it Jim or John? I never
John.
remember.
I know it now because one of them's fired, so it makes life easy.
That's what I was thinking. And then I was just like, whatever.
Yeah, so their offense and running backs, they're running back by committee. Hampton was injured for a while. He's back. Kiki Vidal they've been kind of splitting shares in the backfield. So what this team wants to do, Sarah,
Yes.
and this is the big thing I highlighted in the TikTok. So if you missed it, here it is now. They dominate time of possession. You have to grab the mug the second the big mug, like the mentally dating Trevor Lawrence mug. Like,
It just says Trevor.
so what if it's like a different Trevor?
It's Trevor Lawrence.
All right,
There's no
just
other
make it-
Trevor in my life.
all right.
And also, my boyfriend's sister got me this. She approved.
I feel like you need to like just put an L right after the Trevor Lawrence so they know which one, like the Trevors so they know.
Like, she made it, and she goes, well, I did Trevor because you don't call him Trevor Lawrence. You call him Trev or Trevor. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yes. She's like,
Sure.
it's like you've known him for 10 years. I'm like, I've been a fan of his for 10 years, so yeah.
Anyways, what this team wants, I just can't take myself seriously though. I'm looking at the mug. put the mug down. Drink your stupid tea. Put it down so I can talk. God damn it. I can't focus. I can't focus.
You
I
make me choke, you asshole.
I'm reading my notes so I can like
Let's get the 6-foot standee of Jason Tatum.
put it in the background.
Yeah.
I've thought about it, but it's kind of big to maneuver around the house, so I don't want to move it, and that's fragile.
I think mom would be happy if you moved it out of the living room.
No, it's staying up there.
So it doesn't give her a heart attack in the middle of the night when she goes
Well, I
to...
put it. What I'm gonna start doing when I have to wake up for work in the morning, I'm gonna put it into a room so it's like right at the front door. Put it like right outside her door when I leave, so when she opens the door, it's like the first thing she sees.
That's horrible. You're
I'm gonna
gonna
have my fun with
kill her.
it. No, for those who don't know, for Christmas I got my mom a 6'4" cardboard cutout of Jason Tatum,
Yeah.
along with some other things.
Because Tom loves him, not because his mom loves him.
I thought it was funny, and I laughed my ass off. So, back to the Chargers. What they want to do, they want to dominate the time of possession. They
Yeah.
lead the league in time of possession. So immediately my mind goes, the Pats cannot have one of those games where they are stagnant in the first quarter, where the defense allows Chargers first drive, go down and score a touchdown, and then the Patriots first offensive drive, they go 4 and out or 3 and out, and they punt the ball. They barely move the football, and then they punt. Can't have that happen.
I think ideally I would like the Chargers to lose the coin toss so they get the ball first. Just because then I feel like it's more important to have the ball first in the second half. because I feel like that one possession is the make or break for the game.
Especially if you can double up.
Exactly. Like it could set the tone for the game. If it's a 3-point game, you can get that touchdown or that field goal, just get that extra, just get as many points as you can with that first drive. That's really what's going to set the tone for this game. I don't care if the Chargers go out and fucking score on the first drive of the game. I don't care because I know that Drake May can get out there and do it again in 3 downs.
So that's the thing that scares me is because, yeah, Drake May can. The Pats they average 28 points per game. They're up in the they're up in the top 10, if not top 5 of points per game in the NFL. That doesn't scare me. What scares me is going down 2 scores and the
Yeah.
Chargers just starting to drain clock. That's what scares me. And
That's
then
I think my biggest pet peeve in football is when there's a minute and like over 30 seconds left and they fucking end the game.
well, like
What pisses me off. Like, and they take the knee and they do all that, but there's still like a good 40 seconds left in the game. We have time to we can do something there.
well, it's when they only start running out on the field when it's the knees is taken and there's less than 40 seconds because of the game clock is 40 seconds. So then they can just run it out. So I think 39 seconds or less. But yeah, that doesn't bother me whatsoever. Like the game's over.
No,
Game's
it's
over.
not.
The game's
No,
over.
it's not.
All right. Anyways,
Touchdown, then an onside kick and get another touchdown. That's enough time. I'm just
well,
crazy.
it's when the team that has the ball is winning has the ball. They do
No,
that.
that's what's pissing me off.
All right.
You waste 40 seconds.
I'm not gonna move back. I know enough to just not even argue with this whatsoever. I know enough at this point in time. 33 episodes in. So that's what scares me is getting behind and then Drake May having to be miraculous and the Chargers just kind of having time against them is what scares me. Because I think overall, the Patriots are a better football team in my mind. Like overall, like top to bottom, they're a better football team. What scares me is just playing poor at the start and having to dig yourself out of this hole. And the Chargers being a fundamentally sound football team, a team that can run the football, a team that is playing against a team that has a bad pass rush, a bad run-stopping defense. We saw what's-his-face run all over the Patriots last Sunday. For whatever reason, they could move the football. Jalen Wright on the Dolphins, like the third string on the Dolphins, was having third string or backup running back, was getting way too much back in the running game last week. Was really the only way the Dolphins moved the football at all in that game, even though it was a blowout. That's what scares me. But hopefully, Milton Williams is back, Robert Spillane is back, Harold Landry's back. We get all the boys back.
Will Campbell.
Will Campbell's back. We get Tonga back, who's huge in the run defense. I think that's sneaky going to help a lot in this game. So I have,
Pray to God that it does. And you know what? I need Gonzo to pull his head out of his ass and actually
sneaky having a bad season.
horrible.
Well, I don't want to say bad, but not up to a standard of what we thought.
Doing anything. He has like, okay, what is saving him is that he has 1 or 2 big plays every week. Other than that, he's not really doing much.
So from a shutdown corner, like the less you, again, corners are kind of the same way in my mind as offensive linemen, but a little bit different. As an offensive lineman, the less you hear about them, the better. Like you don't want to know, unless they're like a Will Campbell and they're just like a funny personality, the less you know of an offensive lineman, the better, honestly, in my personal opinion, because that means they're not a problem. Corners are a little similar where it's like, okay, you don't hear their name, they're not a bad corner, they're just doing their job like nobody's business. When you are a elite corner like we think Christian Gonzalez can be, like he wants to be paid like the top corner in the NFL, that's a name you hear week to week. Oh, can't target Gonzo. Whoever's Gonzo on can't go there. It's like we hear with Pat Surtain in Denver. You don't want to target Pat Surtain because he's the man. It's like that year when Trevon Diggs was leading the league in interceptions, and it was. You can run the risk of throwing to Diggs, and it's either going to be intercepted or he's going to have a blown coverage and it's going to be an 80-yard touchdown. It goes both ways. So with corners, like the average corner, you don't want to hear about. The superstar corners you want to hear about week to week. And Gonzo, who is supposed to be our superstar corner, who wants to be paid like the top cornerback in the NFL, haven't seen that from him this year at all.
I haven't either.
The thing that I do compliment Sandwich this, though, he is such a great tackler. And it's like you can tell he just loves to hit people. And it makes me happy.
He loves it. There's a kid in my class, and they remind me so much of like a baby Cam Scattaboo.
Just a psycho.
Just a psycho. But like the most lovable psycho in the entire world. Like they're not psycho, they have so much energy.
Hmm.
They don't know how to control it. And so always talking, always moving, always just doing something, and I love them to death. But I said to them today, I go, I don't care what your parents say. You're playing football. I don't care. And my other teacher was like, "No, I could see them doing like wrestling." And I was like,
Pro
this is mini
wrestler.
camp Scadaboo in the making."
All right.
My lead teacher, like she loves football the way I do, so we talk about football and everything. And I looked at her and I go, "Little camp Scadaboo," and she goes, "Oh my God, you are so right." And I was like, "Mm-hmm."
Um,
Bash in the head and the wall and everything.
but speaking
Except
of
he doesn't do it intentionally. He just loses control and falls.
speaking of Scatterbill in the running game, the one last thing I want to talk about when it comes to this Patriots Chargers game, the importance of having Spillane back cannot be understated. That middle linebacker who can help clog up those gaps, I think will be huge. Which is why I'm honestly not as nervous because I think if the Pats have those guys back,
Still
I'm
there.
not worried because at the end of the day, they're a better football team than the Chargers. Chargers historically find a way to lose in the playoffs. They
I
just have like a curse on them.
I think I would feel better if we were playing the Bills, which is a hot take. Hot take. Only because we've already played them twice. We won the first game, we lost the second. So historically, it's our turn to win.
All right, that's one way to put it. Well, we might get the Bills in the next round, which is great because that's going to bring us to our predictions for the week. So Josh isn't here. I don't know what the score for the predictions are and whatnot. We've been all over the place. We missed a few weeks because I was away, Christmas, and then I was stuck. But we're
Stuck.
gonna go. Yeah, stuck. I'm
Can I have a
not
sip of
letting
my
that.
tea, or are you gonna be all? "Bleh"?
No, it's okay because now I'm locked in. I'm reading. I have the notes on my phone. So we're gonna go through all the playoff games. We're gonna keep score, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the first round, second round. Thank you, Sarah. And then we'll go all the way to the Super Bowl, and then we're gonna close the show with some head coaching talk because John Harbaugh was fired. Mike McDaniels was fired today by the Dolphins. So there's 7 head coaching vacancies. We'll go through which ones seem like they're the most desirable and which ones, where do we think certain coaches end up like that. Like John Harbaugh is going to have a job again come the fall, in my personal mind. And I said this in the group chat, but I'll tease a little bit. Bill Belichick, potential head coach in the NFL again. We'll get to that. But let's start with the playoffs. Is you just thinking or you have something to say with the
I have
finger up?
something to say, but I
Okay.
can wait until we
All right,
talk about
we
the
get to the coaching. Perfect. All right, so let's start with Steelers Texans. This is, I think, the worst playoff game in the whole mix. I'm going Texans. I just can't wait to watch Aaron Rodgers lose.
I literally don't care.
All right, so Sarah, 3 weeks
Honestly,
ago,
I want the Steelers because I don't want to play the Texans.
perfect. And I like that because it has reasoning behind it that you want to play the worst teams, and I like that. We're gonna go to Jags Bills. I know who you're gonna take, Sarah. So I'm not gonna ask. And
No,
I
you
think
ask. You have to ask.
Sarah, who are you picking in this game?
Trevor.
Nice, saw that one coming.
It works with my superstition.
No, you're good. You're
My
good.
therapist tells me I need to say OCD, but I call it my superstition.
All right. So I think this is sneaky a really good playoff matchup because
Agree.
you have Josh. It's really like Josh, and to me, the best half of the Jaguars is the defense. The defense forces a ridiculous amount of turnovers. They make short fields for Trevor Lawrence, which makes it easy to score. But Josh Allen is the best player and the best quarterback in the playoffs, in my opinion. So it's a fun matchup where you have an exciting defense, but the best QB.
And that's why I'm excited because if Trevor wins, I can tell you, I told you so.
All
Can
right.
I?
No, you
Can
can
I?
say, okay, you pick the Jags over the Bills. I'm going to go with the Bills because at the end of the day, you have the playoff experience. And if, honestly, in my mind, this is the year Josh Allen has to make the Super Bowl. If you look at the no, like this is if he's ever going to make a Super Bowl, it's this year because
What? Tough toenails, bitch.
there's no Patrick Mahomes, there's no Lamar Jackson, there's no Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow. If the Bills and Josh, and this is like the worst roster, so it's like really bad timing for them to line it all up. But if the Bills and Josh Allen are ever going to make a Super Bowl, I feel like it has to be this year because now you have the up and coming New England Patriots in your division with Drake May, and Mike Vrabel at the helm. You have at some point Patrick Mahomes is going to be back, and how the Chiefs can rebuild and whatnot. And Joe Burrow is still around in the AFC. He still has Jamar Chase. He still has T. Higgins.
I don't even know
And you have Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens finding a new head coach. So at some point in time, he's going
hot take. I don't think Lamar Jackson wants to play anymore.
I don't agree. I think he was sick of John Harbaugh, and I haven't read that much into like the firing, but I don't think he and Harbaugh were getting along.
Well, I just remember Xander had him as his quarterback, so he was like we were very up to date with him and his injuries. Um, that first injury changed him. He was not the same person after that. I don't know if the injury was lingering or what was going on there, but when he left the game for the Patriots and then was out the following week, his injury was listed as a significant bruise.
Yeah, that one I'll give you. It was like, okay, what are we doing, pal?
Like
You're
what
fighting for a playoff spot, and you
exactly.
have a back bruise.
Like early in the season, sure, I don't care. Weird, but like you're fighting for your life in this game right now. Like, and you have a solid backup quarterback, not gonna lie.
New Pontley, yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, they had a good offensive system, and I think it was more. I could really see the Baltimore Ravens going with the new. I don't know who would be in the head coaching cycle, like um, the young offensive like guru, and help. I don't want to say unlock Lamar, but just make that an offense that is scary to watch.
Maybe get him back to what it used to be because what I was looking at like Mac Jones.
I mean, he is 1 year removed from being second in the MVP voting, so I think there's a
Yeah.
little too far to go. But I'm going to take the Bills in this one, coming back to Jags Bills, just because Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the world at some point in time. He has to make a Super Bowl. And if the Pats aren't going to make it this year, I think the Bills will be representing the AFC. Just because at some point, like I said, at some point he has to make it. And there's no Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burr to go through. That's typically Ben who's knocked him out.
I would agree with you 100%. I do like Josh Allen. I think he does deserve this, but I hate him when the Patriots are involved. Like, I actually shed a tear last year when he lost, and then I cried again when the Lions lost because that's when I realized that it was going to be the Chiefs Eagles again, and I would rather watch paint dry than watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, two teams I hate more than anything. Um, but just don't want him to not if the Patriots are in it. No, I don't
Yeah,
want you even in the question because I want the Patriots to win.
yeah,
Someone even said to me last night because I was talking, I was like, "Oh, like if the Jags beat the Bills and the Patriots beat the Chargers, then they're going to play each other round 2 and I want to go to that game." And they asked me point blank. They're like, "Well, why?" And I was like, "Well, I love Trevor Lawrence and I love the Patriots. Like that's just like my dream
perfect for
and
you. Yeah,
playoff game. That's
yeah,
like the best of the best of the best all in one." And I'm pretty sure it's at Gillette.
yeah. It'll be at Gillette. The
Yeah.
Pats. Every game will be at Gillette unless the Broncos Pats meet in the AFC Championship game.
Okay.
That game will be at Denver.
Okay.
Um, so then
But
we move on to all set.
no, I was just gonna say one more thing.
Go
But
for
then
it. Go for it.
she made the point where she was like, "Well, who would you root for?" And I was like, honestly, I'd root for both of them. I would want a good game. I would like a little back and forth, but obviously the Patriots to pull away with it at the end because Trevor doesn't really have. I think it really depends on like the time of the month for him. Like if he can come back and scramble at the end if he's down. Because when they played the Texans, oh my God, that was a nightmare. Not even a nightmare. That was just like so infuriating. Ugh. And like it wasn't even Trevor's fault. It was kind of the refs, like, not the refs like making bad calls, but it was like they just kept like calling stuff and they just kept getting backed up, backed up, backed up to like to the point where it was like 3rd and 20. And so, and like a minute left, and Trevor was just like, fuck this, like, and just like threw a Hail Mary, and they didn't get it. But I would
So that
obviously do the Patriots.
yeah, you just want a good game in that one, and Patriots to win. Next up we have Patriots versus Chargers.
Yeah.
I know you're
I
not gonna pick.
just think, no, but I do think the Patriots could beat the Jags.
I'm gonna take the Pats in this one. I just think they're the better football team, and the only thing that worries me in this one is like rookie QBs, like historically don't really, first time not rookie because May's in his second year, but
Still
quarterbacks like
NFL.
like
New rookie to the playoffs.
yeah, like first time in the playoffs, like rookies typically don't do well. Like that's the only thing that really scares me about this playoff run is like ooh, like historically rookies don't like playoff rookies don't do well. And this is like, look at the look at the best players on the team. They're all young guys. You know, like the guys you think about on this team when you think of like, ooh, who turned it around? Besides like all the great free agent signings, you
I was
look
gonna
at
say
like
Matt Collins, but he's not even with us. That's
Matt
gonna hurt.
Collins is out.
I don't
I
know
mean, you
why.
got shoulder. I can't remember what the hell he's injured with. But he had to miss 4 games. I think he's eligible if they come back for the Super Bowl. I'm not too sure
I
how the
think
rules of that work.
I think he's eligible for the AFC Championship game.
Well, he had to miss 4 weeks. So it depends on if they count that. So last week, this week, so week 4 would be the AFC Championship game. So I don't think he's eligible.
I think he is.
It's something to worry about when we get down there. But like that's what worries me about this game. Is like, ooh, first time in the playoffs that might struggle there. That's the only thing that worries me. Besides that, I feel very confident about this football team. They're fundamentally sound. They're a well-coached team. They play hard for Mike Vrabel, and they find ways to win games. And yeah, they've had a cookie-cutter schedule according to literally everybody on God's green earth. But at the end of the day, you can only play who you play. And if you also won those games, because any given Sunday, as we've seen, and I've said thousands of times on the show, any given Sunday, any team can win. The Raiders had 3 wins this year. The Titans had 3 wins this year. The Jets had wins this year. So any given Sunday, somebody can win. So with that being said, let's move out to the NFC, Sarah. We're going to go Panthers, Rams. I have the Rams. Panthers, poverty, they make it because somebody has to from that division. But I think the Rams are going to smoke them. The Rams might be the best overall team in the playoffs.
I think the Rams are going to take that game easily.
And then we have Eagles versus 49ers.
You know, give me Mr. Irrelevant.
I'm also going with the 49ers because the Eagles have been, and I said this last year, and it came back to bite me as they won the Super Bowl. They've just been so offensively inconsistent this year.
Yeah,
and
they've been down all year.
I think they're just kind of, they win the division. They're the whatever seed they are. Let me look it up. I have it pulled up right here. They're the 3 seed. But I just don't trust this Eagles team, even though they're 5.5-point favorites according to Vegas. The same way I would have last year. Like, they were dominant last year at the running game, and Saquon's had an underperforming year. And I think the 49ers are just a well-coached team, and they find ways to win football games. And I like those teams come playoff time. Like, teams that find ways to win games, despite they lost their starting quarterback, they lost their starting tight end, they lost their starting 2 wide receivers. Like, and CMC is just, he is one of the best running backs of all time. So that's why I take the 49ers, and I'm glad you agree with me, Sarah. And I'm also just like an Eagle hater. I picked the Commanders to win that division, which came back to bite me in the ass.
Who did I pick for the division? I don't remember.
Josh has it somewhere, but also not my fault. Jaden Daniels was literally injured the entire season.
Yeah. And then he re-injured himself because his freaking coach didn't take him out.
Yeah.
Stupid. Honestly, that I feel like could go both ways. Like, he could have said something.
All right, so final playoff game. First round wild card playoff game. We have Bears versus Packers. I'm going with Caleb Williams and the Bears.
I am too. I love
Ben Johnson is fun. I like Ben Johnson. All right.
That's such a good rivalry too.
Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
It's perfect. Like, that's a great game right there.
All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna No, we're going to move forward, and hopefully I can just, there's a website where I can just click, and that will make, I can figure out what the seeding would be, but it doesn't look like that, because it reseeds, which is nice, is it reseeds every single round. So if you have, we both have, you pick the Steelers. So if the Steelers win, the Jags win. So you have in round 2, you have Denver versus Pittsburgh. I'm assuming you're taking Denver.
Shit. Yeah.
So you would take Denver. And then there should be a website for this. I have Denver versus Texans. I will take the Texans because I am a Bo Nix disbeliever. I'm going to write this down here. Bang. Found a spot for it. And then you have Broncos over Steelers. And then you would have Jags versus Patriots, which
you know the answer to that. Just don't say it.
Yep. And then I have Pats versus Bills, and I have the Pats over the Bills. So then your AFC Championship game, Sarah, would be the
Yes.
New England Patriots versus the Denver Broncos.
Hey, I don't like that.
You scared of Denver?
A little bit, yeah.
See, again, Bo Nix disbeliever over here. I can't, in good conscience, take
The
Bo
one
Nix.
the one thing that doesn't really scare me that much about Denver is that, I think what would make me feel better is if we beat. So say this goes exactly the way I have already said it,
Yep.
and we meet with the Jags in round 2. The fact that Trevor beat the Broncos makes me feel a little bit better.
In the regular season, yeah, they're beatable. They're very beatable.
They are
Bo Nix is,
beatable.
unless Bo Nix has the game where he's throwing 5 touchdowns like he's prime John Elway, I'm not
Yeah.
afraid of this football team.
I feel like I just don't know. There's just like so much like aura around them. Like they give off this such like cool guy, like I'm the shit kind of energy. That's what scares me.
I would be much more, if I'm a Broncos fan, I am afraid of Bo Nix having that first time in the playoffs, or this is his second time in the playoffs. I believe he was in it last year. But like young quarterback in the playoffs, I feel like would hit him more than it would hit Drake May. Because Drake May is legitimately the MVP of the league. So I'm not too worried about that. He won't win it because the writers are idiots. But you have Pats Broncos AFC Championship game. I'm not gonna say it, but I assume
Yeah.
who you have going to the Super Bowl. So then we're
Yes.
gonna go out west, where we have the exact same bracket out west, which is perfect. So you have it'll be the Seahawks versus the 49ers in that first round for them. We both have that. I am taking the Seahawks because
I am too.
they are just, again, fundamentally sound football team. Jarrett is the best wide receiver in football right now in the playoff. Yeah, I'll take him over Puka right now. It's close.
Yeah, fair.
But he has Sam Darnold, and what's his face? Puka has Matt Stafford. 49ers we both have, and then we both also have Bears versus Rams, and I'm taking the Rams in that one.
I'm gonna take the Bears. I want a little underdog moment.
All right, fair. And again, it'd be so. I mean, I'm not predicting the Super Bowl.
Right.
Do you know how cool? You know how bad? Like, there's so many good Super Bowl matchups this year. Like, it literally just like makes me tingle. Pause. But you have the Bears over the Rams, and I have the Rams over the Bears.
I also just don't want to play the Rams.
All right, so then your NFC Championship game would be mine is Seahawks Rams. Yours is Bears Seahawks.
Give me the Bears.
All right, so
I'm just sticking with the Bears.
All right, I'm taking the Rams over the Bears in mine, and then you have. What did you say? I'm sorry. I know this is horrible podcasting. You have the Bears over the Seahawks.
Yes.
All right.
Bears Seahawks.
Yes, perfect. And I have Rams over Seahawks.
Yes.
Okay, bang. So then this is fun because we both have Patriots Super Bowl rematches.
Yeah.
I have a rematch of the Super Bowl 51 and Super Bowl Patriots first Super Bowl, whatever number that was. I think 36. I could be wrong.
Oh, I thought you meant this Patriots Seahawks was the Patriots first Super Bowl. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
No. I have Patriots
That
Rams
was
Super Bowl.
90s. Bears was 90s.
Bears was 85.
Yeah.
So we both have Super Bowl rematches. I don't know what number that was. Which is exciting because if you're a Patriots fan, like most of these matchups out west, like have some sort of like correlation to the Patriots past, which is so like again. I said at the start of this, I am a sucker for when sports are like poetry and it rhymes. It just makes me happy. Like the fact that the Patriots dynasty ended and began with a win over the Rams, like that makes me smile.
Would be poetic, but no, thank you.
No, I mean every single one of these in the West has some sort of correlation to like the past. Like Seahawks, Patriots, Super Bowl 49 rematch, bang. Patriots Rams, we've saw Patriots Panthers is the second Super Bowl they won. I want to say it was 38. All these numbers could be wrong, by the way.
Probably.
Most likely.
Most definitely. Well, we're at Super Bowl 60, right?
I have no clue what number we're at.
I think we're at 60.
We're close.
I think we are at 60.
I mean, if you say it, I'm not going to disbelieve it.
I don't know. I could be wrong. But I just pray to God that I have enough personal days left go to the fucking parade if there is one.
I probably have to work, but honestly, that'd be a great day to work. Like, I'm not going to get mad about working that one.
I will say, though, my lead teacher will probably go with me to the
School's canceled that day.
Yeah,
Which,
school's out.
if they added an extra week to the season, the Super Bowl would be Patriots Day? Would be after, like, that Friday would be Patriots Day in February, right?
Yeah.
Or that Monday would be Patriots Day.
Hold on.
If you add an extra week, if you make it, because it's an 18-week season right now, every team gets a bye week.
The Super Bowl is February 8th.
Okay. February. So no, it'd be President's Day. So to push it back 1 week. If you can find a way to literally just add a second bye week, add a second bye week, or just move the start of the season back 1 week, it would be perfect.
It's like extend the fucking play, like just extend the season to like April.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
No,
No, like that would be perfect if you can find a way to make it so. And this is not a new idea. Everybody has this idea. Find a way to make it so that the season goes 1 week longer, so then everybody has that Monday off. It'd be perfect. It would be perfect.
It's so nice. I always stayed home from that Monday.
I usually would go. There was a good run though when we were growing up, Sarah, where it was like each Super Bowl had a snow day after in New England.
Yeah. AFC games too. AFC Championship games too.
Yeah, there was a lot of those, which was nice.
Yes.
But like continuing down, like Packers, Patriots, like that has some. Excuse me, that would have historical. Like Patriots history would be there as well. Like Eagles, Patriots would have some. Niners, Patriots, I don't think would have any.
I think the only other matchup I would be okay with would be Steelers, Packers.
Because then you have Aaron Rodgers.
Yes. Just so I feel like if he won that game, he'd get another ring. He beat his old team. I think he would retire.
Even, I know we said, your Super Bowl Bears and our team. You have Drake May and Caleb Williams. Like, that's a great, like, picks 1 and picks 3 of their respective draft classes. Going on, like, and then you have, excuse me, two new head coaches on their respective teams. Ben Johnson versus Mike Vrabel. Like, it's just, there's so many good storylines. And I love the storylines in sports. Like, I love it. I live for it. Which is why I want to be a media guy. Why I love being in the media. But that's great. So those are our playoff predictions. We'll send them over to Josh. Josh will make some cute little graphics. We'll post those somewhere. And it'll make so much more sense on the graphic that you can look at than me trying to do the math and all the calculations and like where stuff goes in my head live.
Yeah.
So the last thing we're going to do before we get out of here, Sarah, we're not going to sightsee. We're not going to pick some parlays for the week because there's less games, not as much fun, and Josh isn't here, so it doesn't make sense to do those games without him. What we're going to do is there are 7 head coaching vacancies right now currently. I'm going to try to do them off the top of my head. Falcons,
Yep.
Raiders,
Yep.
Giants,
Yep.
Titans,
Yep.
Ravens,
Yep.
Dolphins.
Yep.
What am I missing? That's 6. There's 7. Pause. 6, 7.
Let me Google it.
Falcons, Raiders, Ravens, Titans, Giants.
Who has fired their head coach?
Oh my, it's driving me nuts. Raiders, Ravens, Dolphins, Falcons.
Ravens, Cardinals, Raiders, Browns, Atlanta Falcons.
Cardinals haven't, Browns did. That was the one team I was missing.
4 hours ago.
The Cardinals just fired their head coach?
It said 4 hours ago from ESPN.
Ooh, okay.
Hold on, let me check.
I'll go to check Rappaport right now.
Yeah,
they're posting people they have interviewed. Cliff Kingsbury is getting some Ravens Titans interest. I don't think the Cardinals have.
I don't know why I would say that though.
Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Arizona. I can't spell Arizona, so that's one problem right here.
Arizona.
There we go. I still spelled it wrong.
Are you serious?
I spelled Cardinal wrong.
Oh. Hold on.
Oh my god, I spelled it wrong again. Head coach, bang.
You assholes. The Baltimore Ravens, Arizona Cardinals, Las Vegas Raiders, Cleveland Browns, and Atlanta Falcons also fired their head coaches after Week 18, letting go of John Harbaugh, Jonathan Gannon, Pete Carroll, Kevin Stefanski, Raheem Morris, respectively. The Tennessee Titans and New York Giants fired their head coaches earlier in the season.
Okay, yeah, so there's the 7. Okay. Is it 8 now? So it's 8 now.
8
8
now.
teams now because the Cardinals did this while I wasn't paying attention at some point in time through the day.
For
Okay,
January 5th.
really? Okay, then I just slipped through the crack. So there's 8 now. So that is the Dolphins, Ravens, Titans, Browns, Raiders, Giants, Falcons, Cardinals, all currently searching. That's 25% of the teams in the league right now, Sarah. It's a quarter of teams now. Last thing, go ahead.
Bill Belichick's available.
So that is exactly what I wanted to bring up. Bill Belichick doesn't get hired in this current coaching cycle. He's never coming back. No team will ever take him back. He'll never be back in the NFL. And
Which is sad, but at the same time, like, I don't really want to play against his team.
I'm not afraid of Bill. Like, I love Bill.
That's what's hard for me. Like, I love him, but I just can't, like, it would be too hard to play against him with like, I don't want to beat him. That's the thing. Like, it's always going to be in Bill we trust. Like, that has been ingrained in me my entire life.
So I agree, like, love Bill. Like, I'm not one of these Bill Belichick haters who wants to laugh at his downfall. And I mean, yeah, I make jokes about him and Jordan, but I'm a 22-year-old who jokes about literally everything under the sun. Sue me.
You still say 6'7".
I mean, I literally just said 6'7".
Yeah, I know.
So, but at the end of the day, like, what Bill Belichick helped bring to this Patriots dynasty, he was a large part of it, whether you want to agree or disagree. He was a part of it, and he was a big part of it, in my personal opinion. However, I can watch him lose. Like, I can watch him lose and be like, oh, okay, like, watching him get his butt kicked in North Carolina, that's a bad look for Bill. Not good for Bill. He's going out sad. But at the end of the day, all great things in life, like sports, nothing ends well. Like, nothing. It's very rare that you have this storybook ending that you, like, wish for. It always ends poorly. I mean, you look back at past sports dynasties, they end poorly. Pats ended poorly. The Bulls ended poorly with Jordan. I mean, they went out on top, but Jordan's career ended on the Washington Wizards. 86 Celtics dynasty ended poorly. Like, nothing ever ends right at the tippity top. There's always a collapse. And Bill Belichick has objectively collapsed from where he was when the Patriots dynasty was in its heyday, and even at the end of the heyday. But do I think he can come back and be a 500 coach in the NFL? Absolutely. The only reason I would want to see Bill Belichick back in the NFL is to get the wins record, because for some odd reason, that means something to me as a Patriots fan, to have my coach, Bill Belichick, even though Vrabel is my current coach, and I love Mike Vrabel, but the guy who was here for 20 years, part of the greatest dynasty in all of professional sports, to see him get that wins record means something to me. Like, the guy that helped bring so much joy and happiness, and it was the same as seeing Brady break the Super Bowl record. Like, It meant something to me. Like, I want the guys who or like a part, like, I'm fans of. Like, I'm a Bill Belichick fan through and through. Still, even though he's at North Carolina dating a girl that's older than Sara. Or younger than you? Same age as you?
No, I think she's the same age as me.
She's the same age as my brother, so she might be a year older than you.
How old's your brother?
25. I think he's the same. Okay, so I think she's either Owen or your age. Doesn't matter.
She's in between us.
She's at some... I mean, she's a Bridgewater State cheerleader. Like, all-pro cheerleader, so she's important. She's big girl in that aspect. That's just not the way to put it. She's an important person in that aspect, is the way to put it. But it means something to me to watch him get that wins record. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it would mean, like, it would make me happy that, okay, the guy who was here for 20 years service, he deserves it.
I know exactly what you mean. He's like, at the end of the day, Mike Vrabel is our coach, and I love him to death. I wouldn't trade him for the world. But Bill Belichick raised me.
Yes, we grew up with Bill. We grew up with Bill and Tom.
Like, he was the cranky old uncle that you didn't want at your picnic.
Exactly.
But you invited him anyways. He did such an amazing job making us feel incorporated into that team as well, that every draft, I had so much faith in him. I never questioned anything that he said.
So, actually, when it came to the draft, that was probably the weakest part of Bill Belichick's game right there.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, I was so blinded by loyalty to him that even, like, his questionable choices, hence the draft, I stuck by him.
Okay. Because that's where he lost me, was the N'Keal Harry and Cole Strange picks. I think in back-to-back years was when Bill was losing me. But it'd be cool to see. I think it would be something else to watch on Sunday. Is Bill Belichick back in the NFL?
I love his little temper tantrums.
I mean, NFL is better with Bill Belichick in the
It
NFL.
really is.
Like
My
it's just better.
all-time favorite Bill Belichick memory is I think we were playing the Dolphins and he threw the challenge flag right in front of
He
the
just
ref.
spiked it.
Just spiked it.
Yeah. I
I
think the
don't know
best
why I
would
don't think
be
it
when
was
he would be at the podium and he'd make a joke that like very few would get. Like he'd make an old reference and he'd just be like, huh, and then he'd move on. He'd be like, yeah, I mean, I'm not like,
he's
I mean,
just like he's like a dried up sponge.
he's just, I mean, he's a dry humor guy.
You
Through and
don't really
through.
don't get much out of him.
No, and like the
Like
stories of him in like team meetings are legendary. And I think the NFL again is better with Bill in the league. I would like to see him get the wins record. I don't think he'll be back because I think the NFL. You see it with Pete Carroll getting fired, and I don't know why he was hired in the first place.
I don't
But
either.
I think the way of the old coach is going away. I think we're seeing, a new. I don't want to say new era of coaches, but the younger guys, the under like the 50 and under guys. I think are like the modern day head coaches. I mean, Sean McVay, I don't even think is 40 years old.
I don't
He is
think
a
so.
he is a young dude. Like he might be 40 now.
There's a very young coach in the NFL right now. I know that. I
Like
don't know.
I think it's Brian Schottenheimer's the guy you're thinking.
I think so.
On the Cowboys, a first year head
My
coach.
mom brought it up to me, and she's like, "Why aren't you coaching?" And I'm like, "Because I didn't play football.
So
It'd be
youngest
hard to
NFL
make
coach.
plays if I didn't play football."
Who was the current youngest head coach of the NFL? It's Kellen Moore, who's 36.
Wow.
So yeah, like the young coach is in, the young player friendly, the guy who can relate to the players is in, and I think the old hard ass cranky NFL head coach Bill Belichick, I think he's on his way out. I think Andy Reid is on he's on borrowed time now with the Chiefs personally. Pete
Colonel,
Carroll's gone. I mean, John Harbaugh is not that old, but he's on the older half of it.
I don't like Pete Carroll.
I don't dislike Pete Carroll. I mean, shout out Pete Carroll for not running the football. I mean, I appreciate you for that.
I just think he's an unpleasant guy.
Fair. I don't really have like any issue. Like he's not a head coach. I'm like,
I don't know,
oh, Pete Carroll.
there's just something about him that like he's not someone I would ever care to meet.
All right, fair. I can see. I mean, he does chew gum aggressively. I will say that. But like he is an aggressive gum chewer. Like,
Yeah.
uh, don't clip that. It's not
I
getting clipped.
don't.
Perfect. I'm glad you. But the last thing I want to get into before we get out, when it comes to these coaching vacancies, which ones are? I should have kept the freaking list pulled up. What one is the most desirable in your mind? Like, what coaching job is the most desirable this upcoming coaching cycle?
I think if the Giants were able to get Bill Belichick, I think he could do something with Jackson Dart.
So that's the like if Bill's going anywhere, he's going to Cleveland or the Giants because he has connections there. It's one of those two. If he's going anywhere, I don't see Tom Brady calling Bill Belichick to come to Las Vegas. I just don't see that happening.
I don't think they are on good terms.
I don't think they're. I just think you see what happened with Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the same spot come next year.
No.
Or maybe the Atlanta Falcons call him back because he was close to getting that job 2 years ago, and maybe they call him back now. So I think there are landing spots for him. There are landing spots for him.
I mean, he could do something with London, but
I mean, with Michael, he's got to go somewhere that has like an established offense, which is why the Giants, Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, got to move. There's something there. He can fix the defense.
there is something there.
But when it comes to most desirable, like if you're Sarah Podolfli is applying for head coaching jobs, which one do you want the most?
I'm going to the Ravens.
Because you have Lamar Jackson.
I also just like ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to be a head coach in the NFL. Put that dream in the back seat, like up in the attic, stowed away, and it's never gonna happen. But I've always pictured myself coaching the Ravens. I don't know why.
So I would agree that the Ravens are the most desirable because you have an MVP quarterback, and that
Yes.
is a huge cornerstone piece of what you need. After that, it gets a little interesting. I would go with the Giants because you have a young quarterback.
Too. And a psychotic running back that is willing to run his head into concrete.
Like you have pieces. You're looking at
That's
pieces.
the thing. When I think of Cam Scatterbo and Jackson Dart, I think of Brady and Gronk. Not talent-wise, but personality-wise.
Fair.
Like, but then Jackson Dart is nothing like Tom Brady. So I don't know. That's like the comparison that kind of sticks out to me. I don't know if that's because I grew up with Gronk and Brady, but that's just kind of where my head
like
goes.
you have your meatball, and you have your meatball, which is obviously Scotty and Gronk, and then you have your consistency, which I don't think Jackson Dart's there because he's in the medical tent like every single game. So they kind of both are meatballs.
It's just
But
I
looking,
think I'm thinking more like the connection they have with each other is
yeah,
very Gronk Brady.
yeah, very
I think
genuinely.
that's the best way to put it. Because it's definitely Jackson Dart does definitely isn't Tom Brady. Sam Scadaboo definitely is not Gronk. He's obviously not because he's not a tight end, but personality wise, very similar. They're both fearless.
hmm but like, all right, so going back to the coaching list, there are not a lot like the bottom three teams in my eyes are the least desirable to go to in this order: Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns. Dolphins, I think, is the least desirable because you have Tua there, and his cap hit. You have nothing there. Like you're probably gonna move. You're gonna move Hill. You might move A-Chain. You might move Waddle. You have nothing to build upon. The Cardinals again. What is Marvin Harrison Jr.? He's not what we thought he was going to be. You know what? Like, is Kyler Murray? We're almost done, sir. I promise.
Sorry,
Uh,
I'm very tired.
you're good. You're good. I appreciate you playing injured here. You have the Cardinals with is Kyler Murray your quarterback? You have to make a decision. If you're coming in as a coach, you might want to kick him to the curb. Other than the Browns are the Browns. Like you have this contract with Deshaun Watson. You have the media storm that is Shadur Sanders, but you also have the best defensive player in the world in Myles Garrett. So like there's gives and takes there.
So
I mean,
many.
I like the Ravens, Falcons, Giants, even the like Titans and Raiders. Like there's positives to going to those two teams. I mean,
Yeah, I
Cam
mean,
Ward can ball.
yeah, he can.
His
He
offensive line and offensive weapons
he's around.
suck.
Yeah. He just honestly similar scenario with Trevor Lawrence. Like his rookie season, awful. He had no one around him. And you can't do anything if you have no one around you. You can run
Exactly.
and potentially get hurt. That's stupid.
Exactly. And the last thing I want to say, because I just want to prove, like, defend my point here. The reason I said the Raiders are like a desirable location, they have the number one overall pick. They have a stud tight end in Brock Bowers, and Michael Mayer, their backup tight end, is also very, very good. And you have Ashton Genty from last year's draft, who was showing flashes, but I think was misused this year. And
He's showing potential, a lot
yeah,
of
like he
potential.
has flat. Like you have a bell cow bat. Like you, again, I think those teams have like I don't know if I'd want to go to the Falcons because it's like okay, you're this like literally glorified 7-9 football team. I don't like or whatever the hell it is 7-10 football team now. Like you're a glorified barely 500 football team. I don't know if I want to go there because again you have all this money on Kirk Chains. You have a ton of offensive pieces though. It's just do you have the quarterback? And again, how do you get rid of this Kirk Cousins money? So with that being said, a quarter of the NFL wide open for head coaching jobs. It's an exciting time to be an NFL football fan. It is the best time of the year to be a football fan. Playoffs start Saturday. They go Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You got 3 days of football, and then it all comes back to what's going on next week. We'll have the brackets up. We'll be back again next week. We're going to go back-to-back weeks again. We're going to be here every single week now, all the way through the NFL playoffs. We're going to get to NBA trade deadline at some point in time. Maybe at some point the Boston Red Sox will sign a free agent. I don't think so at this point because I was typed in Aruba and it came back and they still signed nobody. So at this point, I'm holding out literally all hope is gone for the Boston Red Sox at this point. And the Bruins have cooled off. So Sarah, get ready to learn basketball because there's not going to be much else to talk about at some point in time coming up in about a
Like
month.
I know basketball. I just don't know any players.
I think I have some segment ideas in my mind about how we're going to teach you basketball. It's going to be fun. You
Teaching
might have to
Sarah,
watch.
like
You might have to
that's
watch a game.
ugh. I have watched games. Like I literally was at my friend's apartment last night where he had the fucking Patriots.
Celtics
jersey.
on.
He had the Celtics on, and he asked me, "He's like, oh, do you like the?" Blah, blah, blah?" I'm like, "Shut up, Kenny."
I'm
But
a little
it's fine.
behind the scenes. I'm thinking we have you watch like a game or two throughout the week. It doesn't have to be Celtics. You're just gonna come on with some questions, and we'll answer the questions. And it can be as, who was this dude with the nappy ass haircut? Like it could be as, and it'll be like, oh, that's Alfred Payton. If I don't know if he's in the league anymore, but like things like that are like, why do teams do this at this moment? Like, who was this guy in the front row that's very, very good? His name's SGA. Or who's this extremely tall French guy on the Spurs? It's Wemby.
See, or we could just talk about football.
Not football 365. Patriots aren't going to be drafting like high this year, so the draft talk won't be as much fun as it was last year. But we'll figure all that out because again, there is still so much football left to be played. We'll be back next week to react to Patriots Chargers. If the Patriots win, we'll preview their next matchup, and if not, we'll figure out what went wrong and how they move forward from here.
And just a fair warning, I will not be a happy camper next week if we lose.
Sarah might not be here next week if they lose.
No, probably not. I
That's how
don't.
you know. That's how
I
you know.
don't think I'll be safe
Uh,
to. But like I,
we'll have to just
if
edit
I-
Sarah out.
yeah, like I'll be. You're gonna be bleeping out every other word because
Um,
I'm gonna be mad.
so pray for my sanity. The Pats win. Patriots win.
Sanity. Pray for Xander's sanity.
Thank God. Hey, he's
He
got the
lives
free
with
trial
it.
coming up this weekend.
Well, he thinks I'm crazy right now with my superstitions. I looked at him. I go, "You ain't seen nothing."
hmm
And Annie looked at him and was like, "She's crazy." And
hmm
you know what's really getting me is that Cora's not here anymore, and
I know,
Adam
Rip Cora.
can't affect anything.
hmm
I said to her, "I go, you really couldn't have held on another week,
Another
but that
month.
would have made it worse."
Yeah, one more playoff
For those
win.
of you, for those of you who don't know, Cora's my dog, and she sadly passed away on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
She was an old girl, but she was a good girl.
Rip Cora. But that's gonna do it for this week's episode. Duckboat Dispatch, episode number 33. We'll be back next week. Like I said, Josh will be here, Sarah will be here, I will be here, praying for a Patriots win. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube at the Duckboat Dispatch. Like, comment, go follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Duckboat Dispatch. Like, comment, repost. It really helps. Be a friend, tell a friend, share it with a friend. Don't be a dink in the comments. Although I do love the interaction there. I love going back and forth with people. Shout
Yeah,
out those two Chargers fans I was going back and forth with.
always, always, always go onto the TikTok and check, and it's like 8 new comments, and I'm like, oh, awesome. They're all Tom.
Yeah. I mean,
They're
I love replying with, I love just talking sports with people. Like, I just love it, going back and forth. Like, the random people I
it's
met the student.
paragraphs.
Yeah. I mean, I have to explain he goes in paragraph, I respond to his points. I mean, I love that stuff. But in a positive manner. I mean, shout out him. I mean, if the Pats lose, I mean, I will tip my hat. I was wrong. You were right. You put
We're
in a
not
great.
for losers here. We just get angry.
I'm getting angry. I mean, that's what I love about this whole, podcast, radio. That's what I love. I love just meeting people talking sports. I mean, shout out the dude from Austria I met in the hot tub in Aruba who was like, you're a Patriots fan. I was going back and forth with him about football. I mean, I love that stuff. He's teaching me about rugby. I love that stuff.
You should play rugby.
I would die in rugby. I would die.
You and Josh should play rugby together.
Josh could play rugby. I would not play rugby.
I think you could.
Nah, I mean, no.
If there's maybe like a kicker position.
If there's one that doesn't get hit, but I think they literally just run around and hit.
You could take a tackle.
I mean, I could, but I might not get up.
So, as long as you
Yeah,
don't hurt yourself, you'll be fine.
I would very much get hurt. But that'll do it for this week. We'll be back next week. Go Pats.